Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, the people are showing their arses after news has broke that Miss Jada Smith and her girl, I want to say estranged husband, but is they really estranged? Girl, I don't know what the hell going on over there in the Smith household. I have to be honest. But she made an announcement, letting everybody know that really, girl, it wasn't even no announcement. But anywho, the woman said that she and Will Smith have been separated for about 7 years at this point. Okay. For a very long time. A lot of people are feeling gooped. And a lot of people are feeling as though Miss Jada is to blame. Okay. I feel like I'm still kind of processing exactly how I feel about this because on a strong level, I don't give a damn. A few people hopped into my DM. So what's going on, y'all? Shout out to the people in the chat. What's up, Brianna? What's up, X-Boy Jr.? What's up, Asia, honey? Quite a few people hopped into my, DMs. They wanted to get my thoughts on it. And it's like, girl, I feel no ways. But then, when I was talking to my fiance about it, I felt a lot of ways, at the same time. And I think that my ways really came from the negativity that Jada has been receiving. And I think for me, that's really been the problem that I have, and not so much as that I was being gooped, because I feel like a lot of these damn celebrities out here goop us about their relationship. Is it bad that I actually feel like kudos to y'all, bitch, that y'all kept these motherfuckers out y'all business? Hello? Then kept the people out y'all business for all these periodical years. You know what I'm saying? Girl, we've been thinking we've been knowing what the hell going on, and we ain't been knowing jack shit. Ain't been knowing motherfucking thing about what's been going on over there in the Smith household. For real, for real. A lot of people was, and I'm going to play the clip, but a lot of people was trying to come down on Jada because of the whole August Alsina situation. But I'm like, how y'all mad at her? And she ain't even come out with that. Because they like, oh, she always doing something to embarrass him. She always speaking on something to embarrass him. And it's like, girl, I kind of get what you're saying, but I don't. Because August Alsina aired that shit out. That wasn't Jada that did that. He did it. And her and Will made an executive decision to come to the front together. Okay? They came to the front together to let the people know what was really going on in that marriage or whatnot. So it's like, how y'all gonna sit up there and kind of fully put all blame on her? Because I still feel like at the end of the day, Will Smith, he participated in the bullshit too. And didn't he say, and I said I'm gonna have to pull this up, you know what I'm saying? But didn't he tell Jada a long time ago that he was no longer in the business of making her happy? And this was, matter of fact, let me look this up. Will Smith no longer in the business of making Jada happy. I feel like he told her this like a long periodical time. Let's see. Okay, Insider got something, but this is dating back to 2021, but I feel like it was further back than that. Will Smith says there's no one who can make him or Jada Smith happy. They both knew that. No. This was a long time ago when he said this. This was a few years ago. I think around the time that they separated was around the time that he said that. Okay, I'm gonna have to see. I should have dug deeper in the archives before I went live. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that he told her that a long time ago. So when he said he was no longer in the business of making this lady happy, she was like, all right, then bet. Say no more. Say less. Say less, shawty. Say less, okay? People out here talking about how Jada been embarrassing Will, but y'all ain't been saying that when he been caught out on these boats with different women overseas. Yikes. Are we okay? Cause I slick don't feel no damn ways. I just love the fact that that they kept this from the people for such a long time. Now it is giving where you gooped us because y'all was acting all lovey-dovey on the red carpet, honey. Okay. And that's not what it had been given all these years. Thank you so much, Jess, for the super chat. I guess there was more behind the slap than we knew. Thank you so much for the super chat. They say more is going to come out about that by the end of this week. Miss Jada said there was a whole lot going on regarding that slapping stuff. So I don't know what the hell was really going on. But again, I commend the folks for keeping it, out of our business, out of our faces. It's their business. They can do what they want to do. Like I said, it does give in gooped a little bit because y'all was playing on our top like y'all was really happy like that. And we learned that we really don't be knowing these folks like we think that we do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is this what they mean by life partner? Like they're life partners. Because if you start really, honestly, high key, I feel like Jada and them had been telling us they wasn't together a long time ago. With subtle things they would say like, oh, we're life partners. They stopped using the term married and stuff and just saying that they're life partners. So the speculation about them being separated has been ongoing for a long time. She's just finally coming out and she is, confirming that that's what it was. And then when they sat in front of, on the Red Table Talk, didn't they say they have an open marriage? When I hear you got an open marriage, I'm going back to thinking about when y'all was talking about y'all life partners and stuff. So when I hear that, I'm like, girl, yeah, the marriage been open. Like, and maybe that's why I kind of feel no ways, because with this information coming to us about them being separated, it's like, okay, and they kind of been told us that. But when people trying to sit up here and make it seem like it's Jada's fault and Jada's wrong and she's always embarrassing Will. But see, here's the thing. And then I hear people saying, if you don't want to be with him, just divorce. Y'all act like he can't do the same thing as well. The only difference is Will is being quiet about his, and Jada is just being, vocal. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's all tied to a profit. If she could financially gain from telling a piece of her business like this now, great. That's what she gonna do. If it was financially beneficial for them to not let everybody know that they separated, you know what I'm saying? Or like flat out say it, then that's what they did for the pay. Okay. It was cheaper to keep each other, and I guess the bucks were bigger too when they make appearances together or however they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't folks gonna do what they want to do. I ain't mad about that. But everybody coming for Jada, y'all just want to have somebody to blame. Y'all just want to be mad at her. Like, I don't know. Like, ain't nobody made Will go up there and slap that man. Will did that on his own. And I'm sure she didn't make him go over there to the Red Table Talk to sit down, talk about some damn bad marriage for life. And for them to have that full-on conversation when it came to the August Alsina situation. They could have continued to keep it to themselves. High key, that's what they should have did when it came to the Red Table Talk. I wouldn't have came to the front to address a goddamn thing with none of you mother. Do you hear me? So if y'all was thinking I was taking August down through there, girl, I just was taking him down through there. And whatever he said, believe that shit. Thank you so much, Lynn Tanya, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. But I do want to play the audio. Some people, may not know what's going on, but Jada is dropping a book. And girl, I feel like the sales might be up. I think the people is going to get the book. I think they're going to get into the tea and find out what's really been going on over there in the Smith household, because she talks about a lot, okay? With her releasing this book, she did have a sit-down interview with the Today Show. And here is just a snippet. I'm gonna play the audio. It's just like a quick snippet of that. So let me get this up so we could just listen to what she had to say. Where is it? Right here. Let's see if we can add that.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper, but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled, really.
Yeah, right.
Not too baffled.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple. They even faced a scandal when Jada had what she called an entanglement with a family friend. Neither let the public know they had already split.
So I guess my question is, I feel like you're a straight talker.
I am.
except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us
Yeah.
how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
During our walk in Baltimore, Jada reflected on their breakup.
Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, well, why it fractured, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
Oh, so you still working through
But you
it?
still live separately.
We live separately.
Working through, but live separate. Okay, so that's what Miss Jada is saying. Okay, they living separate. Let me tell you, when Jada said that they didn't know how to come to the people and let them know, girl, it was profitable for them to be together, is what I'm hearing, girl. And we didn't know if we wanted to, affect them funds in any type of capacity, in any type of way. But now that I have figured out a way to monetize off of that even more, I'm going to be even more honest and let y'all know that we is separated, so y'all can go and get this book. And y'all can get more into the details of what happens if y'all want to know something bad. Okay, pay me for my pain, pay me for my time. Is what is giving to me. I do understand her not wanting to really make a decision. I feel like a lot of people get in those spaces with their relationship, whether they're separated or not, like in their marriage, and don't really want to. Cause see, she been with the man for 23 years at that point. Right? That's like her norm. So she probably wasn't ready to adjust her life to the new normal of not completely being with him or whatever. So I guess they fell into this whole separational state where she probably thought they were going to get back to where they are. And she's still holding on, I guess, to the hope of something. I don't know that they will get back to where they were. But I don't know. I can't help but still think about it being profitable in some type of capacity. And maybe she ain't ready to go out there and really marry somebody else, because if anything happened to Will, then hell, I mean, hey, maybe he trusts that she gonna take care of the estate. I mean, that is the mother of his kids, so maybe that got something to do with it. Maybe that's why he hasn't divorced her. Everybody giving her the flack, and I get it, because she's the one that's being vocal, but at the same time, you can't overlook his position in being in the marriage too, because just as much as she could have left, because he obviously was unhappy and told that lady years ago that I'm not in the business of making you happy anymore, he also could have left and divorced her as well. You know what I'm saying? So he still hung on too. So maybe they just had a piece of hope that they were going to get it together. They probably had a lot of business intertwined with each other. And like I said, neither one of them probably going to ever get married again. And, you know what I'm saying, they probably just go, if anything happened to either one, they trust that the other will take care of the estate and make sure the kids is good and all of that. So I think there is still a level of respect for each other. I do think that they have a very deep love for each other, but I just don't think they know how to make each other happy, because, they got married in the 90s, y'all. Who they were then is really not who the hell they are now. So them folks wanted to be like that, girl, I ain't even finna be mad at them folks. Y'all do what y'all want to do with y'all vows and y'all marriage and shit like that, girl. If y'all gonna open it up, then, girl, I guess just open it up, child. A lot of people got these open marriages, you know what I'm saying, and walking around here acting like everything normal. Girl, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying this is about them, because I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if Dwayne Wade and them came out years later and bust out with some shit like this. Hello? Girl, I'm just it's not going to surprise me anymore. It's not. But what I'm not going to do is make it seem like she's the problem. I can see if y'all okay, Jada, keep this stuff to yourself, girl. You telling us a little too much tea. I get that. But to kind of blame her for everything is problematic to me, because he also don't have to stay. He also didn't have to slap nobody. He also didn't have to come to the front to address anything either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to get into some of the comments of what people were saying over here on the social media, because like I said, the people have been, cutting up on Jada. Somebody says, he slapped Chris for nothing. Well, we don't know yet. We don't know, because according to Jada, there's been some more details surrounding that's going to come out Friday. So we're going to see whether the slap was for nothing or whether it was for something. Okay. Somebody says, for some reason, I don't even care. Girl, I kind of feel like you cares. Okay. Like, girl, what? They say this is so toxic. I feel like she only shared this now to try to sell that book, and we ain't buying it. Girl, speak for yourself. Okay. Speak for yourself, because there's going to be some people that might get it. All right. Somebody says, I love this for them. They kept everyone out of this for a long time. Now that August Alsina's story adds up. If y'all just stay out of folks' business, then y'all would be all right. Okay, girl. So Tammy Roman says, the comments say he slapped Chris for nothing. So then the answer, according to Tammy Roman, says just because they're not together doesn't mean this man doesn't have unconditional love and respect for her, who he's been with for over 25 years. Okay, girl, not y'all done made it to 30 years, but 7 of those years was separated, but y'all still married on paper, girl. So it's giving 30 years on paper. And I'm not gonna judge y'all. Okay. She goes on to say, and is the mother of 2 of his children. She says, difference of opinion on whether the slap was right or wrong. Not going down that rabbit hole. She says, but he chose to stand 10 toes down for her and wanted some respect put on her name. And that's a decision at the end of the day, in my personal, that he chose to make. That's something that he chose to do. That's a decision that he chose to make, for him to go over there and slap that man down to the ground like that. Like, he didn't have to do that. And that was a powerful blow. And then, you know what else I'm wondering? People be like, Jada over here trying to ruin Will and saying this and that, And, Will doesn't really come out and address. Like, I don't think he's going to come out and address this at all. But my thing is, I wonder if Will could have been the cause of them separating at that time. And if there was anything that he may have done leading up to that separation to where he might feel guilty for at this time. So he lets her do whatever it is that he gonna do, because clearly they sealed, not really. If you read in between the lines when they would talk, but they really didn't come out like she's doing now, saying that they're separated. So they fooled some people for about 7 years and kept that to themselves. So ain't no telling what they really kept within their marriage from the time they got married until they quote unquote separated at that, in 2016, I think it was. So it could have been anything. That man might feel a little more guilt. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let her do her thing, let her go on her journey or whatever like that. Maybe I caused this. I'm not going to divorce her or anything. Whatever decision Jada chooses to make, I'm going to respect that and yada, yada, yada. And Jada wasn't at that place to file for a divorce from her baby daddy and the man that she's been with for more than 2 decades. So, I don't know, girl. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts. Like, it's not that deep to me, but I understand if some people feel away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can't tell y'all how to feel. Y'all gonna feel how y'all feel, because that's just how y'all is, But let's see what else they saying. I remember my mom used to say, what goes on in our house stays in my house. Okay. Girl, they used to always say that. But why I used to always hear that more so tied to women that were in physically abusive relationships? Because I guess back in the day, they made it feel like it was embarrassing to be in an abusive relationship. So you shouldn't tell nobody that this person is in this house physically beating me and all of that. Like, girl, no, you don't got to stay in the house. And anyway, they go on to say, but damn, this mama loves spilling the household info, child, and making a coin off of it. That is the thing for me. Because when that stuff came out about August Alsina, she could have put that on the IG Live. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And Will came down to the table. And I feel like it was at his own accord. And did they not make a profit from sitting down there on Red Table Talk getting a coin? Girl, it's all given. They finna get a coin, period. Pay me for my pain, pay me for my time. After 7 years, you still ain't ready to get a divorce, but you're living completely separate. Like, make it make sense, Jada. Girl, a lot of people be like that. Girl, you don't know what her life insurance policy is like on that man. You don't know where she is in the will. Girl, we don't know them people's finances. It probably, again, it's all going back to profit for me. What else? Somebody says, I'm convinced Jada is suffering from unresolved childhood trauma. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are still suffering from unresolved childhood trauma. I'm just trying to figure out, what does that have to do with her saying that she's separated from me? Oh, I think I get it. Because she's not willing to file that divorce just yet. Maybe that's what they mean. So because of that, she's not willing to fully let go because of maybe some stuff that could have happened in her childhood. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's where they coming from. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I kind of, okay. Okay, she is mad, embarrassing. Why does she keep getting interviewed? Y'all is mad. I sense that another scandal is coming, so she is trying to get ahead of it with this narrative. By the time it hits, we will think, oh, but it's okay because they are separated. Child, listen, anything is possible at this point. Anything is possible at this point. There are more important things going on in the world than this, like babies and families being bombed and dying in Israel. Girl, you got a point. This is extremely minuscule. Who cares? They need to take their relationship to Jesus. Girl, maybe they did. And he told them to separate but not divorce. Girl, you wrong for that, bitch. Now you know you wrong. Because you know the Lord wouldn't say no shit like that. My bad. Anyway, girl, let's get over here to this article because she talking about Chris Rock done sat up here and hit her up. So let's go ahead. I don't know why I got these little like and dislike things popping up. I don't know what this thing is, y'all, that I done put on my system. But it be giving like all the different reactions, girl. It's so weird. Like, we could do a celebration. I just don't be understanding this shit. Firecrackers. Let me cut this off for y'all start seeing explosions and firecrackers and balloons and shit and be like, girl, what the hell is going on? My bad, y'all. I don't know what this new system is that's going on. But anyway, let's still go ahead and keep going. Okay, because they're saying over here, People Magazine, because Jada is making her rounds with this book. Jada said she's finna get the book sold by any means necessary. Girl, they didn't cancel her red table talk. And she's trying to find a new home for it. But until she finds that new home, y'all will be getting into this book. And she is going to pull out all the stops. And ain't nobody going to stop her, i.e. Will Smith. So Jada Pinkett says Chris Rock asked her out on a date amid rumors she and Will were divorcing. Now, this is what they say, and they say it's exclusive. I haven't read the article. Y'all know I like to read this stuff with y'all, but I'm like, girl, I don't know. I feel like that man just actually, I feel like he asked you out to figure out what the fuck was going on with your husband. I don't know if he asked you out on a date because he was hearing rumors that y'all were divorcing, or is this something from like back in the day when he asked you out? You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. All right. Jada Pinkett Smith hasn't spoken to Chris Rock since the Oscars incident. Oh, okay. So this had to be before. But she hopes everyone involved can find peace. Now, the actress, whose book is called Worthy, is out October 17th. In a candid new interview that she says, no, I haven't talked to Chris Rock since March 27th of 2022 when her husband Will Smith struck him on stage at the Oscars after taking issue with the joke made about Jada. Do anybody remember what the hell the joke was about Jada? Because I don't even remember. Girl, what the hell was the joke? Hee hee ha ha. Girl, what was he giving for him to get slapped the hell down like that? Girl, I'm talking about that was a power slap. You know what I'm saying, girl? It took all his strength. And y'all sitting up there coming for Jada, but the same strength he sat up there and gave to Chris Rock, he could have used that same strength to get his ass up out this marriage. Hello? Because it's not just her. He could have left too. You took all your willpower and then slapped that man down. When you could have used that willpower for you to move on as well. So just as much as she didn't bring herself to the front to divorce him, he didn't either. So that's why it's hard for me to hear y'all complain about Jada and not complain about Will. Only thing is he ain't saying shit. But it don't mean that he's squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying, girl? Child, I can't. Oh, it was the G.I. Jane, and he was talking about her hair. That's right, y'all. Thank y'all. This lady has been... I'm sorry. I kind of feel like, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it wasn't that deep, but I don't want to say that wasn't that deep to that person when I have not experienced that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's fair for me to say that about her. Like, girl, it wasn't even that deep. Da 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 da. And it's like, girl, you ain't the one losing your damn hair or going through this, that, and the other. So who the hell do you think you are? You know. But all in all, thank y'all for reminding me about the slap, because something else had to be going on for him to do that man the way that he did. Now they go on to say, do I have any desire to talk to Chris? Here's my desire. I just hope that all the misunderstanding around this can be cleared up and that there can be peace. She says, I talk about this in the book. I think that there might be some misunderstanding between Chris and I. As far as the 2016 Oscars, I think that he might have taken some offense, but I meant no harm in offending. Okay, so they're saying in 2016. So did he say something else about her in 20? Because I think that started to surface. This wasn't the first time Chris Rock has spoken on Jada. This was just another instance that the world heard about. But he has spoken on her before, so I think this may be what she's referencing when she says the 2016 Oscars. I think that he might have taken offense, which I meant no harm in offending. That wasn't my intention, but I do think that there's a big misunderstanding there, okay? Back in 2016, when Will was overlooked for his concussion performance and the acting nominations were recognized no actors of color, Jada was vocally in support of Oscars So White movement, calling for a boycott of the show. Chris, who was hosting that year, made jokes about Jada in his monologue. And I'm glad they brought this up, because I knew he had said something. So let's get into it. They're saying in his Netflix comedy special earlier that year, or I guess this year, Chris claimed that Jada told him he should quit the hosting gig out of solidarity. Jada admits to not really recognizing the level of pressure Chris might have been under at that time. So I guess she really did tell that man, you need to quit out of solidarity for the people. Child, that man said, bitch, fuck you, I got to get my check. My family has to eat. Girl, did you see these bills over here, bitch? I want to stand with y'all, but I can't stand with y'all all the time now, girl. Okay? Not all the time, not this time, bitch. Did you see how large that check was that they cut? No, ma'am. Okay? But anywho, she says, I probably should have called him and gone. She says, hey, are you okay? And just know that although I'm speaking about the Oscars, I do wish you the best. And I just want you to know that me taking the time to have called him and said that just to touch base. But his feelings might have been hurt. Okay. She says, all we can ever do is just look at our part and see where could I have done something that would have seemed as if whatever misunderstanding might have been created, what could I have done to avoid that misunderstanding? The one thing that I think about is that call. All right. Let's see what else they saying. He apologized. Okay. Jada says that after that, Jada says Chris called her afterwards in 2016 and she thought they'd moved on. She said he apologized and I apologized to him as well. So I actually thought that we were good, that the hatchet was buried between us, and we hadn't talked since then until 2022 came. Directly after the slap, Jada says Chris came downstage to speak to her during a pause in the live broadcast where he was presenting an award. She says Chris came down to the end of the stage and tried to apologize to me. He said, I didn't mean you any harm. I can't talk about this now, Chris. That's what she said. She says, this is some old SHI. I thought it was about the Oscar 2016 and their stuff that they had before I even came into the picture in the late 80s. She says, I've got to leave that to Will and Chris to talk about, but they got their stuff for sure. So basically, it seemed like Jada saying that ain't have shit to do with me. That ain't have nothing to do with me. Whatever it was that Chris said, Will, what I'm getting from it, is Will use that as an excuse to slap fire from a person that he been wanting to slap fire from and embarrass on TV. That's how I'm reading. Now, I could be reading this wrong. I'm just telling y'all how it is that I'm reading this. So, girl, what? Child, this right, this some messy shit here, bitch. This not Jada. Not Jada, girl, this is messy here, honey bun. Sugar plum, girl, this is some messy shit. Now, Jada. I don't know, Jay. I might have to reevaluate what the hell I'm thinking and saying. It's giving you chose a little violence. Is you pissed off with Will right now and you just want to air it all out? Girl, what kind of talk y'all? Bitch, something going on over there in the Smith household. Was Jada, who lives with alopecia, offended by the joke at the center of the Oscar incident, Chris making a punchline? She says, I mean, that's what comedians do. I would just have to say that I'm not really here to make any judgment on how people decide to express themselves and express their art. I'll say that several times. I've had my feelings hurt for sure. I've had my feelings hurt a lot by Chris. But at the end of the day, too, you know, being in the spotlight, it comes with the territory. Girl, no, you didn't. Girl, it's going back to the comments of people trying to say that Will done slapped this man. Oh, Jada. For no reason. Girl, because she wasn't even bothered. Girl, that's something Will got to work through. Ooh, child. Jada, she also reveals in her book that Chris once asked her out on a date. I think every summer, all the reports would come out that me and Will were getting a divorce. And this particular summer, Chris, he thought that we were getting a divorce. So he called me and basically he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce? I was like, no. And Chris said, those are just rumors. He was appalled. He was profuse. He profusely apologized. And that was that. Baby, okay. Bitch, Will and Chris got a long-standing beef. That's what that's giving. Chris and Will have a long-standing beef, honey. They have been some frenemies, is what I'm getting, for a very long time. And again, I feel like Will Smith about walked up there and slapped fire from that man's face because that's what he wanted to do in that moment because they had a long-standing beef with each other. And Will ain't never forget about the fact that he sat up there and tried to make a move in on his wife, telling me he wanted to take him out on a date. Now, see, I'm going to have to pull your tea real quick. Chris, are you married? Let me look and see. Give me 1 second, because I'm trying to see, is this a man married? Chris Rock? Because who the hell you taking on dates, baby? Is you not married? Okay, let's see. Spouse. Oh, Malake Compton. Is that her name? Oh, and y'all divorced in 2016? So you thought since you was fresh out, and you was over here on some, I'm a divorcee and she about to get a divorce, you thought that y'all was going to be able to trauma bond or bond at all over being divorcees. Is that what it's giving? Girl, y'all, this some messy. Now, Jada, bitch. Girl, y'all Rocks and Smiths. I don't know what to say about y'all, girl. It's a whole lot of going on over there now. Good. That's why Will don't fuck with him. But remember what Jada just said in this article. She said something about whatever they had going on prior to her coming in the picture. So they have been frenemies for a very long periodical time. And that's why that slap came from all the way back here. Okay? He came from all the way back here with that slap because he was reaching back to the early 80s. To swing that bitch around and slap the fuck out of him. Because he was trying to get him for everything that he did all the way back then. That's why that slap came this far back. Girl, this is something good. Whew. But y'all gonna still sit up there and blame Jada at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna figure out and y'all gonna be like, it was Jada's fault from the early 80s. Before he even knew who the hell she was, he sensed her spirit coming into the picture, and he wanted to go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get some things started, girl. Y'all gonna sit up there and try and figure out a way to put it off on Jada, girl. When y'all know that Will gonna have to sit up there and take a piece of accountability of his own. And I'm just letting y'all know, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want to do, because that's just how y'all is, okay, girl? Is there anything else? I think we were both kind of just still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. Okay, so this is where I guess she's talking about her and Will being separated, and I think we kind of just pretty much heard that. She said she made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. So I guess this is her saying we separated, BITCH, and we still working through whatever. So if it takes us another 3 years to be separated to make it a full 10, to figure out what the hell we gonna do, that's exactly what it is that we gonna do, and ain't nobody gonna tell us what to do. And I respect whatever y'all want to do. If that's what y'all want to do, then girl, y'all want to open up the marriage and stuff like that and be live separate or whatever, cool. Do I guess just do. I mean, y'all ain't the only ones doing it. Y'all might now be the only ones being honest about it. Well, girl, you, because Will ain't finna say shit. Hello? Because Will not finna confirm or deny a goddamn thing. Okay? He might write his own book and get his own profit from it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's given. I wasn't quite sure. What is this? Jada remembers trying to keep myself grounded and settle for the people around us, and specifically for Will. In the immediate aftermath, the first thing she said to do, Will, are you okay? Girl, what is this about? Am I skipping stuff? Because I am. Oh, okay. She's talking about that Oscars fight. Okay, that's what she's talking about. Well, let me just go ahead and get into it then. All right, so Will has apologized for the Oscars incident and resigned from the Academy, which banned him from attending its events for 10 years. Reflecting on that night, Jada says that she thought it was a skit. Oh, didn't we all, girl? I know I did, girl. I thought that was like, girl, he got to be joking. She said it took her a second to register what happened. From where I was sitting, I couldn't tell. It didn't look like Will hit Chris. She says because, number one, I'd seen Will in the boxing ring with pro fighters. Will's a heavy hitter. Bitch, girl, now you playing with me now, girl, and don't play with me, because that slap was definitely heard around the world, and you don't think that he was a heavy hitter, and you was sitting that close to the stage, and you didn't hear that man get slapped, and you talking about something you didn't think that it was real, because he's a heavy, girl, stop it, because see, now you, girl. So when Chris moved, it looked like he ducked or he missed the shot. And when he continued to stand, and then when he continued to walk down to the end of the stage, I was like, there's no way. There's no way that Will hit him. She says it wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit. I was in as much of a fog as anybody else in that room that night. Jada remembers trying to keep herself grounded and settle for the people around us. She says, and specifically for Will, in the immediate aftermath, the first thing she said to Will afterwards was, are you okay? Are you okay? She says, I wasn't quite sure what was going on. I just knew one thing I've realized in everything I've been through is stay calm and stay clear. But you had better stay clear of him that night, just so you can keep your awareness on what is happening around you. Girl, not ready to tell my side of the story. A people exclusive. Jada. Girl, not as much as I feel like Will should be held accountable, BIT, I have to be honest. It's giving he done pissed you the fuck off. Because not you coming out, now you ready to tell your damn story. Will done pissed you the hell off, and you didn't care how I make him look or anything, so you coming to the front to tell your side of the story, but you also coming to the front to tell your side of the story so you can get this check, and that's what it's given. Okay? And go get your coin, girl. I'm not gonna, get it. Jada says because of her own journey of self-worth. Girl, listen, damn it, Jada. Why do you have me in this position to where I have to keep it a buck on some stuff? Now, I don't think she is full to blame. But I do question, I'll be honest, what does the self-worth look like if you still holding yourself in bondage to stay married to somebody? Do what y'all want to do, girl, okay? I ain't even got there yet. I'm in the middle. I ain't got there yet. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all want to do with y'all marriage. She's finding a way to support Will while letting him figure out his path on his own. I guess this is her way of telling his ass, I'm not in the business of pleasing you, or I'm not in the business of making you happy. Because ain't that's what he told her them years ago? This her way of saying it now. Okay? And y'all know when women go on their healing journeys, they typically go on their healing journeys before the men do. So she on her healing journey. been on it, and now it look like he's trying to get on his. Okay, now she let him figure out his path on his own. She says, for a lot of years, I've taken on a lot of responsibility, thinking that I'm responsible for a lot of things that just aren't my responsibility. Part of my codependency. Ooh. She says, I'm going to be by his side, but also allow him to have to figure this out for himself. I'm finding a way to support him without trying to take away or deal with it for him, what he has to be, what he has to be with. Okay. So basically, you did this and you're going to sit in this. And I'm not finna come to the front to really help you. You're going to have to figure that shit out on your own. Because any other time when it's some hope, I be coming to the front to defend you. Girl, this is interesting. I'm in the middle. I'm sorry. I am in the middle about this. Because when I hear this statement, in all honesty, it's like, damn. What did you do, Will? That she's like, I'm going to let you take this on your own. Because when August came out and he busted up the fact that your wife was over there messing with him or whatever, you came to the front to have that sit down on Red Table Talk together to have this conversation with the people. And I felt like you did that to not only clean up yourself, but to clean up both of y'all. So I felt like you was kind of doing her that favor in a sense, right? But with this, it's I'm torn, y'all. I have a lot of different emotions, the feelings about this part right here. It's like she about to let you take it on. That's on you. That's on you. You got it. And this is where I'm conflicted, right? Because although I'm kind of looking at Jada sideways and I'm analyzing, this situation of her not standing up for him versus how he stood up for her, I'm also looking at it like this. When the August Alsina stuff was coming out, there were also allegations of Will hanging out and spending time with another woman like overseas. I feel like it could have been a white woman. Then it was like a really light-skinned woman that he had been caught out there with pictures and stuff, but they never really addressed it. So them two coming to the front to address it as a couple was really them trying to cover everything that may have happened and the speculations around their marriage over the past few years. So I guess it makes sense for them to do that together at that time. Whereas now, the slap that you gave the slap that you gave Chris really ain't have shit to do with her, is what it seems like to me. That was all on you, fam. And you made that executive decision to do that. You've been to plenty enough comedy shows, and you know how this goes, being an actor and working in comedy and all of that. You know how this goes. So you could have kept it cute and definitely could have kept it on mute, but you didn't. So that's going to be on you, baby. You're not going to mess up no more opportunities or nothing for me. Okay, I'm gonna let you do that. So those are the ways that I'm thinking about it. Maybe that makes sense as to why he showed up for her then, because he was showing up for them due to the speculations. And now this really ain't had nothing to do with her, it seems. It's more so on him. So that's why she gonna let him just hang out there to, fix that. I don't know, girl. Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comments, honey, because this is some shit here, honey. This is some shit here. Girl, Jada, girl, if you wanted to pop some shit out, then you definitely was giving Jack in the Box, bitch. Because this is messy. Girl, these folk then cut up for the 99, 2000s, and the 2023s. Jada, girl, let me hop over here and see. Ooh. Girl, I'm just trying to see what the comments is over here giving, honey. Ah! Girl, I hope you two don't flag me for that. Oh, no. Oh, I can't take it no more because he hit him hard. Ain't nothing wrong with this lady telling her side. Y'all just want to hate her so bad for no reason. I do feel like that is a point. I do feel like that. I feel like they want to hate women in general. Because I got some other stuff I want to talk about, but I don't think I'm going to talk about it on this live. I think I'm going to just let this one be what it is. But we definitely going to come back. And there's some other stuff that I want to talk to y'all about, because that shit is tired. Because one thing the people going to do, they're going to attack the women. They're going to attack the kids, specifically black women and black kids, which y'all don't never want to attack these black ass niggas until they end up doing something or harming a woman. Then y'all feel like y'all want to have something to say when they be problematic from the beginning. But okay, girl. Let's see. I'm just over here reading these comments just a little bit before we hop off. Somebody said, I'm tired of this effing lady. I really am. Never thought I would say that. She needs to be canceled permanently. Such an embarrassment. But how is she an embarrassment when she's only telling her side? Y'all only thinking that Will is just like a clean cut with it because he ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says, y'all love to take snippets, honey. What she's saying is, yes, people tell jokes. So she wasn't just mad over just a joke. Chris had constantly messed with Jada for years. We'll know this. So Oscar night, it was incredibly personal. Chris knew why his ex was slapped. Just because they are separated in private, they are still a unit, okay? And a unit in public. I can't believe y'all find every reason to pick apart everything. She had a book coming out and she's telling her life in the book. The person says, Will did the same thing. So stop acting surprised every time a blog post a clickbait headline. Get ready. Blogs are going to make a post about everything she says, just like they did Will. Oh, wow. Okay. And they definitely will, so they can get their clicks or whatever they gonna get. And y'all gonna show up anyway, because that's just how y'all is. Okay. Now she's tarnishing her legacy more and more every time she opens her mouth. I don't think that she is tarnishing her legacy. I don't think she's tarnishing her legacy. Do y'all feel like that? Let me know in the comments. Do y'all feel like she's tarnishing? And don't just say, yeah, she's tarnishing it. Let me explain to me how you think she's tarnishing it. Because I don't see it. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's just that I don't see it. So I'm just trying to understand where, some of the people may be coming from with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see how she's tarnishing any of that. Jada, the only person that makes Blueface and Krishan look normal. Bitch, you out your mind when you say something like that. You out your mind when you say something like that. What you not gonna do is compare this older woman to these young fools like that. Okay, but if you just wanted to put a comment down there because everybody gotta have the funniest comment, honey, to get the most likes, then just say that, James Jefferson. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Everybody, pretty much coming at her and all of that, saying whatever they want to say. They mad, girl. They mad, But I don't really see what's the issue? Ooh, that bitch said, what's her legacy? Girl. Do not make me choke. Do not make me choke up here. Girl, y'all wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Girl, y'all is wrong for that. But listen, I just wanted to come to the front. Let the people know what's been going on with Miss Jada and stuff, and how she's feeling when it comes to this husband and stuff. And how she don't give a damn. And anybody in the comments that's trying to drag her, I want y'all to know she don't give a damn about y'all either. Y'all better buy this fucking book, because the more y'all talk about her and discuss her, the more hits you're bringing to the Google and other places, the more traction you're bringing. Therefore, it's only going to increase sales. And she going to let y'all and us and me continue to talk about her. It's all the way through Friday and then some, because that's when the longer interview is going to drop on Friday, and ain't no telling what else she going to say. And I wouldn't be surprised if something else drop on tomorrow, okay? Because that's just how this works when people are trying to promote something, okay? When they're trying to get their sales in. Just some of the things that happen. But Jada, girl, Will Smith, Chris Rock, others, good luck. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I hate that for y'all. Maybe that's something that Mia Thornton should have took out of their book. Maybe instead of her trying to divorce her man, she should just, be separated from Gordon. So should anything happen, she'll get that large, check or whatever. Because if he couldn't help you out in life at this time, considering the fact that, his family has removed y'all from joint chiropractic and you ain't got no more income like that. The income is giving limited. The income is giving only Real Housewives of Potomac and a piece of joint that you might own, girl. If you ain't making no money, now maybe you'll make it after he passes, because, people love to say that, it's more money after a person passes away, especially if you a piece of a celebrity or something like that. So, girl, you might want to just hang in there. Maybe you and Gordon should take a page out of Will and Jada's book and separate for X amount of years and live separate, and then on whoever the hell you want to on and all of that stuff, and then come together for public functions and family functions so everybody could think that everything is okay and all is well in the land. But we're going to let y'all do what y'all want to do, girl. Y'all is grown. Y'all growner than me. Y'all growner than me. So y'all know what y'all doing. And that's all I got. That's all I got. People over here talking about this lady like y'all ain't gonna sit up there and watch that lady should she come to a TV show. Y'all know Andy Cohen over there right now trying to see which Real Housewives show he can get her ass on. And you better hurry up before Carlos get over there. Okay. Understand. Jada gonna come out with a reality show on you hoes the next time I'm navigating separate but married. Okay, that's what she gonna surviving Will or some shit. I don't know, but she gonna come out with a reality show on you hoes in a minute. And don't act like y'all not gonna sit up there and be tuned in because y'all is, and so is I. Hello, but that's all that I got, girl. That is my time. I thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, if you stayed the entire time and you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Okay, I'm Jamie That's Me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie That's Me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.